Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. O'Brien. Today we're going to talk about how you make a banyan tree. So I have this little tracer here. I just measured a piece of paper, 3 inches. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to go straight across. That line does not have to be too dark because you're not going to want to see it later on. We're just using it as a guideline. The first thing we're going to do with our pencil is draw 2 curved lines for the base of the tree. And then we're going to snake the right line up to the top corner of the page. And we're going to do that on both sides. You don't want to make it too curvy, just a little curvy for your tree branch. And then right in the middle, we're going to do a wavy V. You want to make sure you have some space on the left and right hand side because you're going to add 2 more branches after that. So the first thing that you want to do after you have your wavy V at the top is take your pencil, and on the right side of the first line you drew, you're going to draw a parallel line, and you're going to stop when you get to the trunk. And then you're going to do the same thing on the left side of the second line. Stop when you get to the trunk, and you're going to meet up with that first line that you drew. Then you're going to do the same thing on the right side of your third line. Follow it. Stop when you get to the trunk. And then again, the last line, parallel line, following the trunk, and you can make those 2 lines meet at the trunk. So now you have 4 branches, and we'll label them just so you know which ones we're talking about. So on branch number 1, we want to put 2 extension branches. So we're going to extend them from that first branch, and you want them to travel upward. Now I'm going to do one on the right side of branch 1, but I reach a problem when I come to branch 2. So what I'm going to do is cut right through that branch. Then I'm going to do the same thing for branch 2. You want your branches to go upward because that's how they grow. And I'll again cut through that branch to get my branch on branch 2 all the way up to the top. Now I'm going to do a second branch on number 2 on the right side. And again, I'll cut through the branch to get to the top. Now I want to do the same thing on branch 3. One on the left and one on the right. You want to make them a little curvy, but still going upward. And now the last branch, branch 4, you want to look and see where you have a lot of space that you can cut through. Sometimes it gets a little tight once you start to add your side branches. So you're going to go one on the left, cut up to the top, and then last, one on the right. If you can, try and keep your branches relatively the same width. The first 4 will be a little bigger, but your side branches should really try and keep them the same. Okay. Oh. We're going to do the inside of the tree now. We're going to do 2 tunnels so we can see our color through our tree when we start to add it. And then the next thing we want to do is put down our extension branches that touch the water. So we do 2 parallel lines and then a fork. And then you just want to follow that line inside and make a fork inside. 2 parallel lines, come down in a fork, and then an inside fork, which is kind of like a curved V. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Come down in a fork, and then a fork inside. We'll have a total of 4 altogether. And And there you have the beginning of the banyan tree.